my very first Big Bang Theory Season 4 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers of funny moments that may or may not happen in this episode. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 4, Episode 1. The title of this episode is called The Robot Manipulation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. The guys are having Chinese food, and Howard has a robot arm serve their food to them. Sheldon mentioned something about the robots taking over from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Penny comes over for the food. Sheldon tells Penny her job will become obsolete when the robots take over. Sheldon shares a funny pun to everybody from Amy Farrah Fowler, but nobody else really thinks it's funny. And then Sheldon mentions the possibility of him and Amy having a child together, which causes Penny to spit liquid out because of that particular phrase by Sheldon, as the baby would be intellectually superior because of how smart Sheldon and Amy are. And then later, Sheldon goes over to Penny's and tells her the good news. He's decided to take her advice and take Amy out on a date because he had mentioned he just wants to have a baby with her. Well, and Penny's like, well, how many dates have you went on? And he's like, none. But Penny has to drive him and Amy to the destination. No notice given at all. Sheldon just thinks Penny will drop everything for him, which she does, but she didn't have anything else going on. Leonard and Raj are at the apartment looking at comic books. Howard calls, says the robot hand is stuck on his... Yeah, he was using the robot hand to take care of himself. Penny has now picked up Amy, and right away she mentions that Penny's check engine light is on, the same thing that Sheldon does when Sheldon drives with Penny. Howard has the robot hand stuck on his... Yeah, you know what. And he wants help getting it off before his mom comes in. Howard's mom has made cookies for Howard and Raj and Leonard. And obviously Howard, I don't want any cookies, mother! Penny, Sheldon, and Amy are having dinner, and Penny makes fun of Sheldon's laugh. And Sheldon talks about how many people that Penny has slept with. And then Amy Farrah Fowler asks Penny if she's a slut. Oh boy. Howard ends up going to the hospital with Raj and Leonard and a registered nurse or RN. I'm not sure what the person's title was. I think she was an RN. Powers off the computer, and the hand lets go of Howard's, well, you know. And then Penny and Sheldon are back after dinner. Penny threatens to tell Sheldon's mom that he's going to have a child out of wedlock, because, you know, Sheldon's mom is very religious. So Sheldon changes his mind and enters the apartment. And then Leonard gets a call from Howard. And it's happened again. And that's what ends the Season 4 premiere of The Big Bang Theory. So it had some funny moments in it. I think it could have been a lot more funnier. I think they should have focused on more of the Penny, Sheldon, and Amy stuff and less of the Leonard, Howard, and Raj stuff. I think the Sheldon and Amy and Penny stuff was much more funny. With that in mind, I'm going to give my score of the episode an 8.6 out of 10. The character of the episode was Sheldon because he's just freaking hilarious. And as far as how I rate Penny in this episode, because this is the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory. I don't remember what season I started on, but that was the reason. Like, ooh, who is that? I'm going to grade her at 8.9 out of 10. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory, or Sheldon, which I'm way behind on, I need to get caught up on that, make sure you smash that like button. If you know anybody else that would be interested in me talking about The Big Bang Theory, or more or less just running down what happened in each episode, share the video with them. Or if you want to put this video on any of your social media platforms, such as MySpace, because we all know you use that a lot, go ahead and do that. Sound off in the comment section about your thoughts on what I think of this episode of The Big Bang Theory, or what you think, or how good or bad this review of this show is, or anything else that you want to add to it. And you can rate Penny, you can rate the episode, you can rate your favorite moment. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, you're watching the video anyway, so you might as well consider hitting that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.